Hi, welcome to Miss Polari's speech and language class. This is lesson number 5. All right, so you've listened and you've watched many of my videos, and that is great. I've assigned many assignments, and you're doing a fantastic job. Now, last time I was grading some of the conversational skills scenarios like meeting at the park. I got a lot of great answers and I got questions and I got comments. But one thing I noticed is that when I asked a question, you guys were talking about questions that had nothing to do with the scenario. So when you have a conversation, rule number 1, you have to stay in the present. Yes, you can't start talking about things like, do you like robots or do you want to go to Disney World? No. The scenarios you have just met at the park, and you're going to have a conversation. So when the scenario is meeting at the park with a friend, you have to look at your surroundings. You have to look at the weather. You have to look at people. You have to think about, are we going to run, jog? Are we going to walk? How long are we going to do this for? Are we going to play soccer, basketball? Are we going to just go sit next to the lake? Just start thinking about, what do people do when at the park? Because some of you were asking questions and making comments that had nothing to do with the scenario at meeting with a friend at a park. So let's go over a few things, and then I'm going to give you some scenarios. And I'm going to ask you thumbs up or thumbs down if you think this is correct. And don't worry, because I will give you the answer. Okay, so let's just back up to review, because I always review. I want to make sure, because some of you are still answering whatever you feel like it. Now, the majority, thumbs up, are giving me at least 5 elements to a conversation. But some of you are just giving me whatever you feel like it, and that you have to listen, okay? So let's review. Tell me 5 elements of having a good conversation. First of all, eye contact, because when you have a conversation, you have to look at the eyes. Number 2, you have to say a greeting, right? Hello, good morning, how are you? You have to respond. If somebody asks you something, you have to respond. That's another element. Proximity, which means personal space, right? So how far, how close is someone standing to you so that you can begin the conversation? Another thing is you have to be able to ask questions, right? We have to have questions. If you don't ask questions, we cannot have a conversation. Another thing is you have to make comments. Comments are just sentences, things that we just say. Like if you were at the park, you would say, oh, it's a beautiful day. Oh, look, I see some clouds. I think it's going to rain, right? You have to stay on topic. I'm giving you many elements here. All I want is 5. But remember that end phrase. Don't say farewell. Farewell is a greeting when you're going to leave. An end phrase means, it was so nice to see you. Hey, maybe we can do this tomorrow, but I gotta go. My mom's picking me up. Or I will talk to you later. Thanks for meeting me here at the park. An end phrase is an end phrase. It's not just saying goodbye and walk off, because when you're having a conversation, you don't want to say bye and then walk off. You're like, oh, it was so nice to see you, or it's great having this conversation or talking to you. I gotta go. Maybe we can meet tomorrow or in a few days. So anyhow, so we reviewed those 5 elements of a conversation. They're very important. And we discussed the reasons why we have a conversation, because it helps us make friends. It helps us show that we have great social skills and manners. It helps us get a job. It helps us improve our relationships. And it helps us have self-advocacy skills, which are the skills needed, right, to speak up for yourself and defend yourself. Okay, so let's do a little... what is a scenario role play situation, okay? So we are at the park, right? We're meeting a friend at the park. It's happening during this quarantine time. So here we go. So the first thing that we do is a greeting. Hey, how are you? Hi, nice to see you. I'm so glad you could make it, right? So you're looking at people in the eye. You just said a greeting, so that's good. You're standing at a good proximity. So the first thing, you have to ask a question. So I'm going to ask a question, and you're going to give me thumbs up or a thumbs down to see if I did a good question. Now, remember, we have to talk about and ask questions that have to do with the present. So we're at the park, meeting at the park. Here we go. Question, is this a question? I really like to go to Disney World. I wish we were in Disney World. Thumbs up or thumbs down? I really want to go to Disney World. Thumbs up or thumbs down? The answer is thumbs down. That was not a question. That was a comment. I really want to go to Disney World. Number one, you're just saying something. And number two has nothing to do with being at the park. Okay, let's do another one. Let's see if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Ready? Hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to go for a jog or do you want to go walking? So what did I say? Hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to go jogging or do you want to go walking? Is that a good question? Is it talking about the present? Thumbs up or thumbs down? What? You know the answer. Yes, I know you do. It's a thumbs up. Yes, it's a great question. Hey, when you meet your friend at the park, you're going to say, what do you want to do? You want to go for a jog or do you want to go for a walk? Right? That's a good question. Let's do another question. Ready? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Wow, there's a lot of people here at the park today. Is that a question? I'm going to say it again. Wow, there's a lot of people at the park today. Is that a question? Thumbs up or thumbs down? What? You got it. Thumbs down. That's not a question. That's a comment. Wow, there's a lot of people at the park today. You're not asking for anything. You're just making an observation. You're saying something. That is a comment. So not a question. Let's come up with another question. Remember, the scenario is meeting your friend at the park. Here's the question. So, we're walking. So, what have you been up to lately during this quarantine? Have you come to the park at all? So the question is, what have you been doing lately during this quarantine? Have you come to the park at all? Is that a question? Thumbs up. Thumbs down. You got it. Thumbs up. Yes, that's a good question. Hey, what have you been doing during this quarantine? And have you come to the park lately? Those are two good questions, actually. Thumbs up. So if you were talking with somebody and you were at the park, you observe other people, you observe the weather. Another question could be, hey, I see some cloud. Well, that's a comment. Hey, I see clouds in the air. Do you think it's going to rain? Do you think it's going to rain? Is that a question? Yes. Do you think it's going to rain? And you see how we're talking about the present being at the park. Now let's go over to comments. Comments, now remember, are just sentences, things that we say. So here we go. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Is this a comment? Ready? I love coming to the park. What? I love coming to the park. Is this a comment? Thumbs up or thumbs down? What? You got it. Thumbs up. I love coming to the park. It's just a comment. Good job. Let's try again. Let's do another one. Hi, what do you want to do after we go for a jog? Is this a comment? Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. I know you knew that one. No, I just asked a question. I did not make a comment. What do you want to do after we go finish the jog? That's a question. I want a comment. A comment is just to say something. Let's try this again. And you'll tell me thumbs up or thumbs down. Ready? Maybe we can go over there after our jog and just sit by the lake. Maybe we can go over there after our jog and sit by the lake. Is that a comment? Thumbs up or thumbs down? You got it. Thumbs up. I just said something. Maybe we can go sit over there after we finished our jog and we can sit by the lake. I just said something. I didn't request information. So yeah, those are comments. And I'm still talking, if you notice, whether I'm asking a question or making a comment, I'm still talking about meeting at the park. Everything that I'm talking about is what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing. It's in the present. We're not talking about something else. We're not talking about our hobbies or anything like that. Yeah, we can change the subject and talk about our feelings. So let's, still at the park, let's talk about our feelings a little bit and let's ask another question. Thumbs up or thumbs down if I did it correctly. Here's a question. Ready? So how have you been? How have you been handling this isolation during the quarantine? Do you feel okay? Is that a good question? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. That is a good question. Hey, how you been doing during this quarantine and during this isolation? Are you doing okay? So we're talking about feelings, and yeah, it's the first time you guys get out to meet at the park. That's a good question. Okay, now let's try a comment. Okay, here we go. I feel so much better just being here at the park and feeling the sun. Is that a good comment? Yes. I'm just saying how I feel. I feel so much better just being out here and feeling the sun. And that's a good comment. Very good. Now, when we listen to what the other person is saying, and then of course we respond and we ask questions. So we got it. My main focus is that we got to talk about what's happening in the present and the scenario. Okay. Here's another one. Let's just do an end phrase. Okay, because some of you just said farewell or just said bye. That's not an end phrase. That's an end word. So thumbs up or thumbs down. Am I making a good end phrase? Here we go. Okay, well, I gotta go. My mom's picking me up, so she told me to walk over to the corner over there next to the bridge. So it was so nice to see you. Maybe we can meet, during the week. Is that okay? Just let me know, okay? But bye. Is that a good end phrase? Yeah, it is. It's a very good end phrase. Let's do another one. Bye. Is that a good end phrase? No. Bye is not an end phrase. It's just an end word. And when you're talking to somebody, you don't just say bye. You say, oh, gotta go. It's so nice talking to you, but I'll talk to you later. Or I'll text you later, but I gotta run, okay? Thanks. Or it was so nice to see you today. Maybe we can do this again, yeah? So those are all good bye phrases or farewells. Good. All right, I will send you another assignment. And yes, I'm going to ask you to give me more examples of good questions, good comments, and good end phrases. I will give you the scenario. So whatever questions that you write me, whatever comments that you write me have to be about the present scenarios. I don't want questions and comments that have nothing to do with the scenario. We have to learn how to talk in the present. Have a great one. I'm so proud of you guys. Bye.